welcome to Crack Defense. I hope you all are doing good. So, in this class of ours, we will cover circulatory system. We will study how circulatory system and lungs coordinate with each other and they transfer blood to different parts of the body. They transfer oxygenated blood to different parts of the body. Okay, we will study how carbon dioxide is removed from our body. Okay, so we'll study everything in this class of ours. So here circulatory system, it comprises of heart and blood vessels. Okay, so blood vessels and heart, it makes our circulatory system. So these blood vessels, they are of two types. We have arteries and we have veins. So these arteries, which you can see here in red color, they carry oxygenated blood. Okay, and these veins that are blue in color, they carry deoxygenated blood. Okay, and there is an exception. Okay, so all the arteries carry oxygenated blood except one, and all the veins carry deoxygenated blood except one. Okay, so what is the exception? You find it. Okay, and I will tell you, but you also find it. So before that, before getting the answer, we'll discuss this diagram. We'll discuss this diagram of heart. We'll discuss the entire process, how blood flows. So if I tell you the overview, so first what happened is that the deoxygenated blood, okay, the carbon dioxide or the deoxygenated blood, it enters into the heart through superior vena cava. Then here it travels, and then after it travels here in the lungs, it will pass to lungs. Okay, through pulmonary artery, it will go to lungs, and it will tell the lungs that you take my carbon dioxide and you give me oxygen. Okay, you take the carbon dioxide that is present in my blood and you give me oxygen. So the lungs will take the carbon dioxide that are present in the blood. Okay, that blood is called deoxygenated blood. So the lungs will take the carbon dioxide, and then we will exhale that carbon dioxide. Okay, we breathe oxygen and we exhale carbon dioxide. So that carbon dioxide will be exhaled, and then we will inhale oxygen, and that oxygen will mix with the blood, and the blood will become oxygenated, and then that oxygenated blood will again travel to our heart, and then it is travel to different parts of the body. So this is the uh, overview of how blood flows. So now we will discuss all the functions. Okay, we'll discuss the functions of each of these organs, each of these or things that are present in the heart. Okay, so before that we will know what these things are. So here we have superior vena cava. Okay, this is a pulmonary valve. Okay, these are the valves. Okay, these are tricuspid walls. Okay, this is tricuspid wall. This is also a valve. This is called mitral valve. Okay, and we all know that our heart is a four chambered heart. So we have four chambers present. This is right atrium, this is left atrium, this is right ventricle, and this is left ventricle. So these are the four chambers. Then we have this valve. Okay, this will allow the flow of blood in one direction only. So the blood can only flow in this direction. It will open like this. Okay, it will give space for blood to pass, and then when blood is passed, it will close. Then similarly, this is also a valve. This will also allow the flow of blood in one direction. These two are valve. This will allow the flow of blood in upward direction. So this is the function of this valve. Then here we have aorta. So this aorta will carry blood to different parts of the body. Then we have this pulmonary artery and we have pulmonary vein. Okay, now we'll again study the entire process of how our heart functions. So first, the deoxygenated blood, okay, it will enter through superior vena cava into the right atrium. Then these tricuspid valves will open. They will allow the flow of blood to right ventricles. Then from right ventricles, these blood will enter into here, okay, they will enter here, and through pulmonary artery they will pass to lungs. Now this pulmonary artery is carrying deoxygenated blood, okay. So this was the exception that I was talking about. So here in the beginning I've told you that these arteries, they carry oxygenated blood. All the arteries carry oxygenated blood except pulmonary artery. So pulmonary artery is the only artery that carries blood to lungs, and it carries deoxygenated blood. So now here we have lungs. The deoxygenated blood will get exchanged, and it will be transferred with the oxygen. Okay, so now the oxygen will be exchanged, and the blood will carry oxygen, and these blood will flow. It will flow through pulmonary vein. So pulmonary vein is the only vein which carry oxygenated blood. So from pulmonary vein, through pulmonary vein, it will enter into left ventricle, left atrium. Okay, so the blood will enter into left ventricle, then left, sorry, it will enter into left atrium, left ventricle. Okay, left atrium, this is the atrium thing, this is ventricle. So it will enter into left atrium, then it will, from left atrium, it will enter into left ventricle. Then from left ventricle, through the help of valve, it will enter into aorta, and from aorta it will travel to different parts of the body. So this was the entire process, how heart functions, how heart pump the blood. Okay, so I hope things are very clear to you, and this entire system is very important. Lots of questions are asked from here. So again, if I make it simple for you, so we have this is the first step. Okay, so first, carbon dioxide that are present in the blood will pass from this part to this part, okay, to right ventricles. Then from right ventricles they pass to pulmonary artery. From pulmonary artery, these arteries will carry carbon dioxide that are present in the blood to lungs. Then from lungs, oxygenated blood will come through pulmonary veins. Okay, now these pulmonary veins will transfer the blood to left ventricles. Then from left ventricles it will transfer to aorta. Now aorta will pass this purified blood, this oxygenated blood, to different parts of the body. So these are the 9 steps through which the entire circulatory system works. So I hope things are clear for you. I hope I made it simple for you. So this was about circulatory system. And one thing that I want to tell you here is that the veins, so there are valves present in the veins. So here we have veins. So there are valves that are present in the veins because the flow of blood in veins is slow. Okay, so because the flow is slow and our body wants that the blood should flow in a unidirection. Okay, अगर वो एक जगह जा रहा है तो वो एक ही जगह जाए, वापस ना आए. Okay, so for unidirectional flow, so to maintain that flow, these veins have valves present in them. And if we talk about arteries, if we talk about these arteries, so arteries don't carry any valves because here the pressure is more. So because the pressure is more, valves are not required, and that is why arteries don't have valves. And here in case of veins, valves are present which will allow only one direction flow of blood. Okay, and because arteries carry oxygenated blood and the flow is very high, okay, very high flow, so these are present inside, very inside. Okay, so the outside, we cannot see veins when when you close your palms. Okay, when you close your hand, when you go to the doctor, they inject you. Okay, injections lagate hain. So it, all these things they do in the veins because veins visible hoti hain and veins ऊपर होती हैं, so they everything is injected there. So this was about arteries and veins, this was about circulatory system, this was about our heart. And with this this first part is completed, and now the rest of the topic will be covered in the second part. Till then, take care and goodbye.